Hey guys, this is Pedro back with another interview, this time covering VCT Americas Stage 1 2025 for playoffs. My guest at this time is OXY of Cloud9 coming off their match against Evil Geniuses in the lower bracket in which they came out on the losing end, losing 2-0 and thus getting eliminated from said competition. OXY, thank you so much for the opportunity. I do understand it's tough to do media after elimination, but really do appreciate the
Okay.
time. Got to give you the obvious first question. What's going through your mind? How was the team environment like after the match?
It was also very sad, obviously. Like we just didn't honestly believe that we played like that. It was just very, very bad, disappointing. Very, very disappointing. It's just like it's unbelievable that we even lost that series or yeah, I don't know. It was definitely was not us today.
I mean, I definitely understand the mindset you guys had, and one might say also coming into today because like you guys were seen as like a favorite against Evil Geniuses, who for that team was starting their journey in the playoffs in the lower bracket due to their fourth place finish in their respective group. And so, I mean, what was the team's mindset and also like preparation slash also confidence level like heading into today, and how did that kind of transpire as the series went along and the pressure started to build for yourself and the rest of the team?
Um, to be honest, I don't even know.
Mhm.
I just I don't even know. Wait, can you ask the question again?
um but basically, just to kind of summarize it, what was the game plan? What was the game plan for your team against Evil Geniuses today? Yeah.
Mhm. We're just gonna come in and play our game confidently, just be ourselves, play normally, just be confident, talk to each other, listen to each other, and just fight together and hold your space, play like we normally do in a scrim and stuff like that. But obviously today did not go that way.
I mean, $1 million question, follow up,
Uh,
obvious. What do you think went wrong for the team?
Today, I mean, it definitely like the pressure got to us. I feel like it's either nerves or playoff elimination game or something like that. It's just like there are a lot of rounds that we would never lose in a regular season match. Like even against like Lev or Energy, we didn't lose rounds like these. It was just like eco rounds, left, right, and center. Like not eco rounds, 4v2s, 5v3s. We're up so many numbers, but in these situations, it's just like we're not listening to each other. We're not doing the right things. Our decision making just crumbles. We literally just don't play correctly, and it just crumbles and falls, and everything. I guess the nerves just get to us.
I think one example that comes to mind for me was like in Ice Blocks, in which like near the end of the
Yeah.
map, you guys were like in a 3v5 or 2v5 situation. I believe you guys were in attacking side, and
Mhm.
like it just kind of like you guys kind of like, or a few members kind of like walked into the remaining EG members without any like proper coordination. Kind of feels like for me, from my point of view. You can kind of
Yeah.
elaborate on that, and like just builds to it just kind of like gives a sense as to what the mentality was like for the team. I mean, you kind of mentioned pressure. How did that like affect yourself when it comes to being in the moment, having to like come in clutch in these kinds of situations?
I feel like in those situations, for me, my reaction is just to keep fighting them. It's never to like just back down. Like I'm always the one that's swinging, taking the fights and stuff like that. And I feel like I did that today. Like even if the nerves got to me or something like that, I was still taking my fights and stuff like that. But in that 5v3, I do remember it was when we went up B long and we did our little split and I killed two instantly. And
That was the one. Yeah.
yeah, I was 1 HP, so I tried to sit still, but then Derek hit the shock on me, which I didn't believe was gonna hit on me, and it killed me. And then I remember Net just went up 2 or something like that and took the fight in the guy in the kitchen. And I guess that can be like a show of consensus, like it can show our micro decisions that crumble in those moments. Like we're up a 5v3, we're up 4v3. We don't need to take those fights. We don't need to take this fight kitchen. They have to come to us to defuse the bomb. They have to give up that kitchen space. They have to go to the bomb and defuse it because we have all of the space. And I feel like that was like the name of like our game. That series is just like even in the Sen game, just these micro decisions when we're up 4v2, like last game on Pearl against Zekken in a 4v2, we lost because we weren't scaling correctly, and it's just so many things like that, that just pile on top of us, and we just keep playing in that way that's just not correct at all. And it's not us in the regular season. When we don't have the pressure on us, we just play like a normal game, and it's just so easy. It's never this chaotic, or it's never this like disorganized and stuff like that.
I mean, when you have something like that, it kind of like makes it tough to. I think when you do have kind of stumbling over my words, when you have situations like that happening over and over again, it kind of builds to the frustration as to like understanding, or more so trying to figure out why this keeps happening. Because like at this point, when it comes to Cloud9, it's kind of like the same broken record kind of thing. Like does it does in that sense, does it make this elimination hurt that much more? Given, you guys should know how to do in these kinds of situations, but you just aren't able to do it, right?
I feel like in my situation, I felt like I played like last year. I think I was super super nervous to the point where I just wasn't playing or performing at all. I think I played okay this time. Definitely not at my best. But for the rest of the others, I really don't think it would be a repeating record because they weren't here. Like 3 of the new members, it was Net, Mitch, or not, yeah, Net, Mitch, and Vic. Like they've never done this before. They just played kickoff. They're fine. This is their first time doing this. But for me and Zeppa and Emmy, I feel like this was a more hurtful loss because this is the exact same thing, kind of what happened last year. And it's just like, what do we need to do to get past this hurdle? Like it's just like the same repeating story of just maybe it's nerves, maybe it's probably not even nerves. It's just like our micro decision when the pressure's on, it just crumbles. Like we don't do the right things in a 4v2. Like I remember Zeppa was just like ulting spawn when we said to use ult for bomb, when we used everything for bomb, and then he just wasted his ult on tail on fracture, and just it was a lot of things. It was a lot of things.
I mean, when you kind of put it like that, it kind of feels like it is like nerves and having to like get used to the moment and having to like be in these, more so recognizing that you're in a high stakes environment, high stakes game, and playing, in accordance to that. And like you kind of mentioned about like what the team needs to do. What do you feel the team needs to do? First step, moving on from today and building towards stage 2.
I think we need to just like sit down, number one, and just talk. Like we need to truly understand what happens in these games, like against Senna, against what is it, EG today. Like it's just, this should not happen. Like this is unbelievable. In a regular season game, this would not even be close. I feel like in our matches, and it's just like we need to understand why in these moments, like when we watch back the comms and the video, we just need to see what happens and who is like. We need to call each other out, hold yourself accountable to what you think went wrong. Like, did you not listen this round? Did you not do something this round? Like it goes for the entire team. So like I think that's the first step we need to do. And the second step, we just need to I think personally just need to listen to each other more. And we need someone that's just like, I feel like one thing that we're missing like a lot is someone that's like that's fully dedicated to bringing our vibes up. Not vibes, but just like everything up in general. Just like if you make a bad solo play in the game, like don't do that. Like what are you doing? Like like in the game, do that. Or someone that's like, nice round. Like everyone, like bring everyone up type of thing, but also keep everyone in check. That's, I think, like kind of like a in game, like a Jordan. I guess that's the best way to explain it.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, like obviously, like trying to move on from this and recognizing the team that it kind of happens to. Talking about Cloud9, it makes it tough for one to try to build for stage 2. And given what you said about what the team needs to do from your point of view. I mean, I would say it's a pretty good blueprint as to, recognizing the things that you guys have to do, and then hopefully in the stage two playoffs, should you guys make it there, you can
Yeah.
finally go over the hump. And
Yeah.
for yourself, Oxy, what do you feel you have to do, as an individual, not mostly focusing on the team, for yourself? Um, what do you feel you have to change or adjust or improve from now to stage two? Like you feel, with that in mind, the team can be much better.
I feel like in these playoff moments or like these big moments, I think I need to be the one that's like stepping up, as in telling my teammates like to keep them confident, to keep them like happy and stuff like that, to try to be that vibes guy. Because today I was just really just playing the game and going through the motions while like communicating stuff like that. Like I've last year for me, I've gone over the hump of like nerves and stuff like that. It's just like today is just like a normal day. I was just playing, but like I need to do more than just play my own game and be like the team player that everyone needs. And that should have I should have done that today. I tried, but yeah, I think I can do better at that.
But at the very end, hopefully, this shouldn't be like a major roadblock for yourself. I feel like the trajectory of yourself is still ongoing, still moving, and still
Yeah.
getting better. That's from me to you, Oxy, and hopefully, you can take this and improve, and hopefully also, as I said, finally get over the hump much more sooner rather than later, of course. And so, that said, I got no more questions to ask you. I'm
Uh-huh.
asking you if you have any final words to give for the fans, any viewers that hoping for a much more better version of Cloud9 in Stage Two and in the future.
I mean, thank you so much. Like you guys make this all happen for us. I've probably heard it 1,000 times now, but the only reason why we're here, the only reason why we're able to even play and even in this interview is because of the fans. Like it's the audience, the support, everyone that's just contributing. Like everyone is just it's like a big family, like a small one in the world, but a big family in VC. Yeah. Thank you guys so much.
Vibes of a team captain. That's what I would say for you, Oxy. Thank you so much for the opportunity, and of course, best of luck for you in the break and everything after that, and into Stage Two, man.